If there's such a thing as a typical day at the emergency department here at Seattle Children's, it usually involves some ambulance arrivals. Sometimes even a helicopter will deliver a critical case, like this tiny baby with big medical concerns. But no matter what comes in the door on any given day, the people who work here work very hard to keep this place from feeling like a primetime TV drama.
In order for us to provide the best care and the safest care and very detail-oriented care and mistake-free care, the best environment to do that in is not an environment where everyone's shouting out orders and running around. It's one of as much control as possible. We drill often. We want people to be practiced. We want people to be
I'm just going to listen to you, okay?
Very attentive to detail and not distracted. And we want the family experience to be positive too.
Clinical Director of Emergency Services, Dr. Russell Magida, knows families who are here appreciate that environment in the midst of their personal crisis.
She had an event where she was submerged underwater.
The family of 5-year-old Alina Jennings will remember this day for the rest of their lives, the day they could have lost their little girl in a swimming pool in the blink of an eye.
They got her out in about 20 or 30 seconds, but she's been having difficulty breathing. She swallowed some water and vomited up some water, and that can lead to some difficulties, especially within the first 12 hours.
While emergency providers work with Alina, you can see the stress on her family.
It's pretty scary. She's going to go to our intensive care unit, and hopefully, and I believe that she'll probably keep breathing on her own, but she may need some assistance.
The patient and family experience is front of mind here every day.
They're looking just to make sure her blood gases stay good and that her lungs are good and that she's breathing okay and she doesn't go into respiratory distress.
Cases like Alina's show that you never know what the day or night may bring.
It's stressful and it's hard. It's hard to see kids who are sick or hurt, but we also know that it happens, and so the people who are here because they want to make a difference, and people who are here accept the fact that part of making that difference and being involved is dealing with the fact that sometimes there are very tough situations to deal with.
Oscar is just 2 days old.
He looks really, really good. He definitely is breathing fast, but he's not breathing with work. He's not working to breathe.
He's his mother's 3rd child, and her instincts told her his breathing didn't seem right.
Here you go, buddy. Here you go, Oscar.
And she thought she should have him checked.
He was having a lot of distressed breathing.
Grandma agreed.
Right?
Well, I felt that Children's Hospital was the best place to go to make sure my little grandson was taken care of properly.
Oscar gets a thorough exam, including a chest x-ray, so doctors can find out what's going on with his breathing, from tiny newborns to teenagers.
I felt it kind of bend, so I knew it wasn't good.
A broken bone, a painful abscess that'll need to be drained, an asthma attack. All kinds of conditions and concerns bring worried families through the ER doors.
Let's look at his palms now and soles, because I know he already has a rash, but he may actually get another rash with this rash that's in his throat. Sure.
I think that something that we have to continue to be mindful of is the fact that even for patients who don't seem like they're here for a critical issue, it's the most important thing to that family at that time.
The early diagnosis for Oscar is extra fluid on the lungs that didn't get fully squeezed out when he was born. That explains his rapid breathing, which is, of course, concerning, but not uncommon.
But this is a really savvy mom who did all the right things and saw all watched for all the things that she needed to watch out for, and went to her primary care physician, and her primary care physician sent her here, so they have a good safety net, and the safety net worked for them. It's all serious to the people who are involved, but in the big spectrum of things, this is bread and butter pediatrics, and it's part of what we do, and it's part of what we enjoy doing. And the good thing about this is I think this is going to have a really happy ending.
Most children who come here do get a happy ending. Like Alina, who never stopped breathing on her own and now gets to move to a regular room for what will likely be a short stay. Mom pulled through too.
Oh my golly, I love this hospital. The staff is over the top, amazing.
It's another happy ending in a place where a typical day is anything but typical.